Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Great to have you all here. Just got done working in the shop. Now we'll be responding to some emails, talking about some slides, anything upcoming, anything anyone wants to talk about, ask questions, comment on. All's good. Getting a little bit of weird feedback. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Running nice and good now. Jared, what's going on? Yes, rest in peace. My time. Oh, I might clip that dog's vocal cords. Omar, what's going on? It'd be great as an alarm dog. The problem is it barks at literally everything. It's got like tiny dog Napoleon syndrome. It was. I saw the video. Worse than that, I've seen death before. Is watching how people are behaving. It's been a handful of times where I have regretted serving the people of this country, and this is one of them. Just watching the way that they are behaving. Brookside, how are you doing? There we go. Got that off there finally. I wasn't watching live, I was working, but the video popped up. I thought it was a hoax at first. Something I saw pop up on Twitter. There we go, let's save it that way. Yeah, that's how I got notified of it when it happened. Oh, dog, there is nobody there. But thank you guys for the likes. Working more on the 26th today, reaching out to some businesses. Culture changes. They're saying he was wearing a vest and the shot hit him in the chest. The fragment hit him in the artery of the neck. Oh, there's so many, unfortunately, so many details popping up. Some said it was a rifle at 200 meters, but I haven't seen any update from that yet. I'm sure we'll see a lot more tomorrow. I do wonder about the guy that was initially taken into custody, and that he was screeching about how he did it, or that he would do it again. And I kind of wonder if that guy was just playing cover, whether he knew who the actual person who did it was or not. Let's see, this one is going off to Vermont. Sending a slide off to Vermont, right on. I haven't looked at a lot of the videos. I've seen enough of that stuff in the past. It starts putting me in a different headspace. There we go. Let's get these all set up. Imagine everyone's feeling a different kind of way. Well, some people more than others. Something that with military service, that we would defend to the death your right to say and do these things. We might not agree with you, but we will defend your right to do it. And that's what makes this as horrific as it is, because it was just words. You don't have to like him. You don't have to agree with him. You can challenge him, debate him. But there's no cause, for as much as we disagree with one another, any of us, there is no cause for that. I'm already seeing some go after 2A businesses and organizations like ourselves. They're saying, well, this is your fault. You should have done more. So that's something that some are dealing with. Get this prepped up for Vermont. There we are. Oh, we were out on the road earlier. Wasn't able to really do a full live then. Let's see, how many is this? 4? We're doing 4. Where are these going to? Oh, sending off 4 slides to California. Okay. Oh, good. It did it as this. Excellent. Greatly appreciate that it did it as this. Let's see, running in at... Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. And... Hey, Tommy John, how's it going? Yes, some of our customers have put them on RXMs. I haven't bought one yet. I plan to buy one at some point just so we can do our own testing. But so far it looks like people have put them on RXMs and have had them run. But my understanding is that the Ruger RXM is a Glock 3 clone of sorts. Adobe, why are you installing an update when I need you? There we go. Okay, sending off 4 slides to California, all to the same place. All right. 4 different slides. The guy's buying the whole spectrum here, getting our 19 Zoom, Hellet, Turbo, and Viper. All right. Good for him. Oh, what are the colors here? Red, white, blue, and black. All right. I dig that. USMC red, Arctic white, NRA blue, and graphite black. Gotta love that. There we go. Got those down. Oh, did we put a size on here? I don't think we did. Does it mark definition? How do you like the RXM so far, Tommy? I'm planning on getting one, just haven't happened yet. Got to get price some out, see if I can get one for on the cheap, you know? I just bought a Glock 19 Gen 5, just bought a Gen 4 26, and it's like, do I really want to buy another one? I mean, I do, but do I really want to spend more money is what it is. Let's go grab these real quick. Okay, there we go. So get these 5 slides all packaged up. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Sorry I walked away for a little bit. Going to get some slides packaged up here to ship out off to California and off to Vermont. Debating going and picking up a Ruger RXM. I wonder if I can look up what's the price on an RXM. Oh, and I still got to go get a 43 too. You know, I have an SR with me, and I wonder if I'd like the RXM more than the SR. What do you see here? $369, $399. Yes. $373. How much did you pick yours up for, Tommy? Are you still in there? But I do really want to test out. Hey, thank you guys for the likes. It's greatly appreciated. I do want to test out our slides on an RXM personally. I don't know. Maybe if I head into work early enough tomorrow, we can make that happen. I can come back and get to the gun shops and start seeing what pricing is. Hey, Rebel Spirit, what's going on, man? G23, how you doing? Of course, G23 would tell me to buy a 23 and then make a slide on a 23. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to grab one of the packets. That's okay. We'll grab one when I head back in there. Oh, I don't know if we're going to work on a new slide yet. It'd probably be a while. We're still working on the 26, and then after that it's the 43. We're probably not going to do a new slide until 2026 after those two. And even then, we might just do Gen 5s of what we have currently. There we go. I appreciate it, though. Definitely appreciate it. Just wouldn't know when we would actually get around to it. How about y'all? What are y'all running tonight? I have my SM19 Turbo with me, of course. Wish I could show up, but we're not on Rumble. Might have to do a Rumble live sometime soon, actually. Make Gen 8 for the Glocks. It'll be out in 2 years. Oh, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Let's see. This is just the one? Okay. Reaching out to a few businesses. That's going to be a lot of what we do over September. Is we are going to be reaching out to mom and pop gun shops across the U.S. and trying to see if they need some slides. Gen 3 19s and 17s. Because I know from talking to a few that they want to get slides in, but some of the price points of our competitors out there are too high for them to want to touch. So I'm hoping they will consider our price point, since we're running at the lowest 145 on retail. And that would be this one here without all the extra fancy colors. Running 145. Lost my patchy patch. Oh, G23. Let me know. Let me know when that patch comes in. Candy. We can get you the Astroglide. We can't get you that 320. There we go. Let's get this all packaged up. This one heading off to California. Let's see, what did you say there? Why is this in my way? I'll send you a couple more FFLs. Oh yeah, if you know FFLs, send them out to us. I want to reach out to everybody. One, two, three, four. Good thing these are already boxed. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. I just got to package them. There we are. There we are. Will this fit? A little tight. That's what the Astroglide's for. There we go. Yep. Reaching out to as many businesses as we can find. I have just reached out to 3 in Arizona, and they might be into it. We'll see what happens. We've got maybe 1 in Washington, maybe 1 in Connecticut, maybe 1 in New Mexico. Because everyone keeps asking us if we can do more slides. Not if we don't expand. And if we don't get contracts, we can't expand. That's just the plain honest truth of it. Can't expand if you don't have the capital. So I want to find all these mom and pop shops, try and get 5 or 10 slides, maybe every month or 2. Oh, sure, the big distributors are nice. They really are. But that keeps things running. I'm looking for extra income. So we can start making things like the 20 and the 21. Start working on the 45 and the 48, maybe the 47. The 23. Expand unless we get new contracts. There we go. Still working on that 43. Well, the 26 is definitely coming out first. That is definitely happening first. Okay, there we go. That should fit in there just fine. Or maybe not. Okay, now let's fold this over and we'll get that in there. All right. I need to see what we can do that's not Glock. There's so many restrictions, it seems. So many that are still under patent. The obvious option is the 1911. Wife says she wants one in purple with pink lightning. We might be able to make that happen. Yeah, we might be able to do that. That is up to Miss Stiffler. Yeah, if she ever wants one like that, just email us at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com. And that is up to Miss Stiffler. She'll see if we can make that happen. The boss lady gets the approval. We all know how that goes. Have to wait for the 43X. Yep. FV ordnance. What's going on? Working on getting some shipped out. Vermont, California. Get some stuff shipped out tonight. Talking a little bit about slides. And then reaching out to gun shops across America. There we go. Okay, what kind of sales are we dealing with? We've mentioned it a little bit about Charlie Kirk. I've seen the video. I initially thought it was a hoax when I heard about it. Yep. Contrary to what some others have said, I want the guy caught alive. We've already gotten some comments and stuff in messages asking us if we will continue to do what we're doing in light of things, and absolutely we will, because we will not be affected by the horror wrought upon by others. We will not stop what we were doing. We will not give up our rights. We will not impede others' rights because of the horrors that others are doing. And from a veteran perspective, all of us, regardless of what we did or where we went or who we were under, swore to you all about the Constitution, and that includes your right to speech. And you might say some stuff that I disagree with. You might say some stuff I hate, that I think is just vitriol and disgusting and abhorrent. But you absolutely have a right to say it. And so we don't get to kill each other because we said something. That is a belief that is as old as this nation. So we are not going to stop making firearms parts because someone out there is a little psycho. Oh, what did I miss? Yep, definitely too early to talk. Wait till the POS has been arrested. Yeah. Waterboarded. Tactical baptism. I believe that if someone is allowed to be on the streets, they have a conversational right to protect themselves and their family. Yep. Yes, Nelson. Thank you. Whether you liked him or hated him or agreed with him or disagreed with him or wanted to argue with him or debate him, at the end of the day, he was a man who sat at a table and debated people. He did not threaten anybody. He just projected his beliefs. A right all of us have. And that is what should be abhorrent about this situation. But some feel the need to have a frothing, frenzious party about it all. And we would feel the same way even if it was someone on the different end of the aisle. Is left or right, Republican or Democrat, red or blue, you have a right to speak your mind in public to others free of consequence. People might not agree with you. People might hate what you say. But you have a right to say it. And I don't know. That's just something this vet believes. Nobody should die over what you want to say, what you believe. So long as you're not actively trying to hurt somebody, say what you want to say. I might disagree with you. I might hate what you say, but you have a right to say it. Thank you, Nelson. We make all of these in-house. Mill out bars of 17-4 stainless steel. We turn them into the slides you see right here. Do all the Cerakote work in-house. Nice and smooth. Hey, Pat. How's it going? Yep, we do all this in-house. Give us a look. I'm looking for local gun shops. If you guys have any, feel free to hit us up on Instagram or Facebook. I'm trying to find mom and pop gun shops that need some good quality slides at a cheap price. Well, not cheap, but you know. We're going to get them dealer pricing. That is what I want to do. Reach out to all these small businesses. And of course it helps us too, but I want to help out some small businesses in addition to the bigger vendors and distributors that we're supplying. Dodge City, thank you. We make all these ourselves. Bars of steel like these get milled down into the slides you see right here. We do all the Cerakote work in-house. 17-4 stainless steel. H-Series, F-Series, and FX-Series Cerakote. All of them come with an RMR cut, so you can put an optic on any slide you want. Or if you don't want to put an optic on it, you can Loctite down the RMR cover, which we use aluminum instead of plastic. A lot of companies use plastic. But this way you have the option, you know, shoot traditionally or put an optic on there. And you don't have to go spend money later to get your slide milled by some other company. You're already milled, you're already good to go. Of course, we've got standard options, we've got ported options, like the Viper here. So if you're looking to upgrade or build up, whichever the case may be, your Gen 3 19 or 17, we got you covered. And we are also currently working on a 26 and a 43. Thank you, G23. He's got one of our Zoom slides. That's this one right here. It is kind of our bare bones basic slide. It's just got front grip serrations. Still comes with an RMR cut. But no optics windows, no top cuts. That's our basic slide. Starts $145 and goes up to $275, not including any discounts or sales that might be going on. Thank you, Nelson. Appreciate it. And it sounds dark, and I sometimes think that vets need to express themselves a bit more, because you spent a good deal of time in service not being able to speak your mind, not being able to talk about political things. And so when stuff like this happens, I can tell you there's a few times in my life where I can say I have been disappointed in the citizenry that I have served. This is one of them, because of the attitudes that people have online. That said, majority of the time, I'm super proud of all you crazy Americans. Most of the time. But times like these, it is difficult to look at the populace. Well, a lot of us had never had experience on pistols, right, Candy? Because most of us, it was just rifles and carbines and saws. And then we just watched officers screw up shooting at the range with pistols. We did. I didn't, and I can say that I never agreed with Charlie Kirk 100%. But he did have a lot of good points, and he argued very well, and he was very polite to everybody, even his opponents. He was very polite. So, did I agree with him 100%? No, I'm never going to agree with somebody 100%. But even if I didn't agree with him, that shouldn't have happened just for him speaking his mind, just for advocating for things. I mean, and you can look at that even on presidents you liked. If you think about your top 5 or your top 10 favorite presidents, and you look into everything they did, you're going to find things they did that you will disagree with. You are never going to find a political leader, an advocate, an orator that you are going to 100% agree with, ever. There's always going to be something they did or something they say that makes you go, yeah, not that. But as a people, as a society, we decided at the founding that you have a right to say what you want to say. So long as you're not actively threatening people or trying to hurt people, you can say what you want to say. You can debate what you want to debate. And there would be no violence for the discourse, that we are allowed to have discourse. Violence happens when discourse ends. And as a nation, we are supposed to just keep that discourse. We're supposed to keep discussing things, debating things, talking about things. And we might vehemently disagree with each other to an emotional degree. But you still get to debate. You still get to talk. Grilled Cheese Mouth, what's going on, man? There's vets out there right now that I don't agree with on a lot of stuff. But just because we were vets doesn't mean we have to agree with each other. We're allowed to disagree with each other. We're encouraged to disagree and debate as a people. That's the whole point of this republic that we have. Some people have made it this awful thing, this dividing thing. And it's disappointing. I've had people ask us before, would you sell your slides to Democrats, or would you sell your slides to trans individual, or would you sell? Yes, you're American. You have a right to bear arms. We will sell slides to every American. Your political beliefs, your personal views do not factor into you having the right to bear arms. As an American, you have that right. And when I've said that to people, I know it's confused some people. Like, well, that you'd sell to a person you disagree with? Yes. One, I have bills to pay. We've got a shop to keep going. Two, we believe in the Second Amendment. Everyone has a right to carry. We are not going to hinder that right. And I know that confuses some people because everything has to be divisive. Not this. Not the Second Amendment. Oh, then that, if you're going to tell us that you're going to go out and harm people, then yeah, that's a different thing. But, oh, who did our patches? I forget the name of the cup. It was like something through Amazon. We might get a local company to make them in the future, but something through Amazon made these. Because we just kind of wanted a concept to see how they'd come out, how they'd look. But when it comes to us making large volume, then we'll probably find a local company here in Arizona to make the patches for us. See if they can replicate this. Some of that trash away. Okay, here we go. Now, some of you in here, let's kind of reinforce this point a little bit. Some of you in here might know what challenge coins are. Pretty sure Candy does. Here's one of my favorites. Got this when I was overseas. It's with the 101st Airborne Division Sustainment Brigade at the time. Now, I show you that because of the next one I'm going to show you, or the next few, is that there are those that were given and there were those you pick up, just at bases and whatnot for commemorative reasons or memorial, memories, things like that. I served under several presidents. I served under Obama. I served under Biden. I served under Trump. And this brought up another conversation with someone who's visiting. I have the coins on a shelf that just conversation pieces that people can look at and go, oh, hey, what's these? You know, what are those? You know, in addition to the coins that I was given by commanders, I have a few base coins and a few presidential coins and stuff. And the reason for them is to spark conversation, something someone can look at and go, oh, hey, what's that? But the fact that there were Obama and Biden and Trump all on the same shelf confused some people. And I said, because it's not political. It's a memory. I had service under 4 different presidencies. Well, 3 different presidencies, got out on the 4th. So I have those coins as a kind of, hey, I served under that president, and that president, and that president, and this unit, and that unit, and this base, and that base. It is a memory. It is not politically motivated. And regardless of the president I served under, I had a duty to perform. And this concept confuses people because they will, hey, I didn't like Obama, or hey, I didn't like Trump, or hey, I didn't like Biden. And it's like, doesn't matter. We're Americans. We're allowed to not like them. We're allowed to like them. We're allowed to agree with them. We're allowed to disagree with them. That's the great discourse of being an American. You are allowed to have differing opinions, regardless of the circumstance. Yep. Always faithful, always forward. Do everything you can to help and protect the people around you. Semper Fi. Yes, absolutely. Any chance you will have slides for the 43? Yes, Nelson, we are working on slides for the 43. I can't tell you when they'll be ready, but we are working on them. Owl and Anchor. I'm not familiar with that one, G23. Owl and Anchor. Let me pull that one up. I don't see it. If you know a link somewhere, let me know. I don't see that one. I actually keep the one Meg's got in Iraq with me constantly. Yeah, exactly. And each of them have different meanings. I've got ones that mean more to me than others. And some that I got. I literally got one. This one's hilarious. I was in my unit, and we were being forced to stay there until 2200. And so that's 10 p.m. for the rest of you. There was no reason for us to be there. The commander was just, quite frankly, being a dick. So it kept us there till 2200. And I was bored. I was bored out of my freaking mind. So I was doing training, going through TMs, going through freaking online training. And he walks up and he gives me a coin. He's like, look at you, actually doing something. Everyone else is trying to sleep or trying their best to look busy because there's literally nothing to do. The commander kept us there because he was being a dick. And then he gave me a coin. So that one I just laugh about. Yeah, that one I just laugh about. Let's see, store is unavailable. Is that because I have my... Oh, yeah, that explains it. Okay. Nope, store is still unavailable. Huh. That's weird. What if I try it on this? Nope, all I'm getting is store is unavailable, unfortunately. Huh. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing about this industry is that there are so many businesses that go under My favorite gun shop did. Very sad about it. It was just a mom and pop gun shop run by two retirees from the Army and the Marine Corps. They were both law enforcement, and they were just running the shop in retirement. Great shop. Long before I was a 2A advocate, long before I got involved in Stiffler Manufacturing, they'd actually let me hang out in the back room with them while they were working on guns. Great people. There we go. This one's fun. I went to grab this one off the shelf just because this one's fun. Get this one from my drill sergeant. And you know what he says to me? He says, well, you're not a complete and total fucking idiot. He gives me a coin. You're in charge of these retards on the bus. Just like that. So, yep, that's one of the favorites. That is one of the favorites. Nerds with guns. It is. It is a very sad day. You know, we do have one, kind of. Where is it? There it is. Stiffler Manufacturing with the Leonidas on the back. I think I got another one around here somewhere. Oh, no, we don't. We might sometime in the future. We've just been giving them out randomly when we go to meet people out in public, or when we went to attend SHOT Show, we gave a bunch of them out. There we go. See if we can fix that. Yep, heard that a few times, or that multiple times, Candy. You don't totally suck at life, so go fuck yourself in here. Yep. Fun unit. Good times. Lots of memories. That's what I view them as. That's what I view all the coins and the awards and all that crap. It's just memories. There we go. Another favorite, because why not? Why not talk about random crap? We'll answer questions, let people comment. For those of you Army folk, this is easily one of my favorite coins. Or for the Marine Corps, I suppose this would be Lance Corporals. Yep, when I made E4, I got that. And that was awesome. Because I just thought it was freaking funny. And then we started carrying on the tradition for other E4s for a while there. Our unit, other units like, oh, you just got promoted? Here you go, here's a fucking coin. And it pissed a few of the officers off, which made us even happier. It's like, what, this made you mad? You didn't get your little bit of tin, sir? Knew a guy that used to do that to lieutenants. He would go around to, especially second lieutenants, and he would just be like, "Sir, you're not a total idiot." And then he would hand them a coin that he had personally made. And on the back of the coin was lieutenant bars. I should have done something like that. That would have been hilarious. But if you do it to the wrong officer, you're screwed. Oh, if you know, you know. Oh, yeah, we got to get more patches. Man, I got to get a red one made. I got to get a camo one made. But it costs money, you know? Like, getting these 50 patches here was like a little over $100. And it's not like I'm just flush with cash. Let's just go spend money and make patches and coins. And they're fun to have, though. They're fun to give out to people. I like giving them out to people. Yep, I got a few buddies who are still in, and I give them shit. My unit wasn't stupid, though. They knew I was gone, so you know I never got called for... I have to correct myself, as I was. They're still stupid about a few things. Because I'm still on the distribution list for stuff. But thankfully, they were not stupid enough to actually have me, like, hey, you need to report for this, you need to report for that. I've seen so many guys who've been out for like 6 months, and they're like, hey, you're on CQ. Like, why didn't you show up for formation? Where the hell are you? It's like, the dude's been out for 6 months, come on. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh. So how about y'all? What are you guys rocking for your EDC? I am most often rocking this turbo here. The Gen 5's at the shop, undergoing stuff. Simple Jack. Yup. There we go. Oh, but that is the plan. Reaching out to all these businesses, trying to collab with some of y'all too. Like if you got a gun shop that you like, heck yeah. Got to get that stuff out there. Oh, let's take a quick little look right now. Holy crap. Dude's finally getting out. I got pinged at a notification. I know a dude, he's just hit his 30 years. And y'all fucked up his awards. Thanks, S1. Good job. I know, right? I only did 10. God. My brother, Stiffler, big old thing, he did 6. He was the smart one. He got out first. Oh, that's a great... I'm getting a lot of quotes and stuff in my feed now, too. So, there is no First Amendment without the Second Amendment. In conversation on the Second Amendment, Charlie Kirk. Absolutely true. There is no First Amendment without the Second Amendment. Gator Guns is an awesome shop in Washington. They are suing the state, and this case is in front of SCOTUS. Oh, hell yes. My knees wish I was that young. My knees, my chest, my back, sometimes my neck. That's the shop info essentially. Oh, cool. Yeah, let me pop open Instagram real quick. Refresh. Was that the other one? Let's see. Gator Guns. I'm going to pull them open. Gator Guns. Gator Guns LLC. Okay. I mean, if they're in the middle of a legal battle, they probably don't have the excess funds. Maybe they do. See, I just thought I'd die when I was younger. That's what it was. Sometimes you just don't frickin' die. Like, I'm not going to take myself out, but I just thought life would take me out. Now, life said no. Like, I've been in more than a few incidents where it's like, I probably shouldn't have made it out of that. But I did. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. When you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yep, it's gonna be sad times coming up. It's gonna be weird times following that. And all of you just need to pay attention, head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings. And honestly, there's a few things you might need to keep on your person, you know? A tourniquet's not a bad one. They're small, they're compact. You can carry that with you as you go. Of course, you know, your firearm, a knife, spare water in your vehicle, a trauma grade medical kit. Not one of those crappy ass first aid kits that you can get at the store, you know, where it just has bandages. A trauma grade, pressure bandages, things you can pack wounds with. Just, you know, stuff that should be in your vehicle, in your house. Stuff that you want with you. Actually, yeah, that's... Where's my definition knife? I've got it here somewhere. Here we go. The Journalist from Definition Knives. It's always good to have a knife on you. A multi-tool is not a bad option. A tourniquet. Keep a tourniquet with you. Keep a trauma grade first aid kit in your vehicle. Yep, this is from Definition Knives. Picked this up a little while back. Already started using it. Runs well. It is, honestly, yeah, it's hard to believe on this age now. I'm not even that old, but it feels it sometimes. Gerald, what's going on? Yep, knife, tourniquet, super glue, saline if you know how to rig water. Yep. Hey, thank you, G23. Link to Definition Knives there. Yep, I've been carrying this one around with me because I needed a new knife. The last knife I had was a Gerber, but it was my deployment knife and it's beat to shit. So I needed something that's not all beat up. Bruce Banner, what's going on, man? Plus, I like the little flicky... Yeah. We're just chatting up, toasting Charlie Kirk, talking about slides, talking about gun shops. Got the co-pilot and the Lumen. Yep, just picked up the Journalist myself. I like it. Oh my god, I don't even know why I post to Blue Sky. Because we need a wide social media presence, that's why. That's why we post to Blue Sky. You need to get the lumen as well. What I need to do is get a goon beam flashlight before winter. That's what I need to do. Before it gets dark again, I need to get a goon beam. Goon beam, yeah, they make lights, flashlights, tack lights. Pretty good stuff. Funny name, though. Very funny name. Oh, let's see. So who's got recommendations? Any other gun shops out there? Who should I add to the list? That's the big thing. I should reach out to Red Dawn. I know he's got a gun shop. Maybe they might be interested. Oh, that's right, yeah. If you're going to Goon Beam, use code DARK, get 10% off. Copper Customs. That sounds familiar. Copper Custom Armament? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay, let's see here. What are the... Oh, man, they have a list. Holy crap. Okay. Let's see. Do they have a search function, though? Accessories. Optics, suppressors, firearms, brands, ammunition, knives, optic. Gear. Gunsmithing, accessories. Optics, suppressor. I don't see slides outright. Northwest Indiana? Right on. Let's see, I don't see a search function, but they do have a big list of manufacturers and such. Interesting. Oh wait, do they do Cerakote work? It looks like they do, because if they do Cerakote work, they would be eligible to get our raw slides. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the gun service, or gunsmithing. What do we got here? Site installs. Gunsmithing quotes. Started in 2014. Okay. Interesting. Okay, do they have an email? Oh, they do. Wait, Definitive Arms at Copper Custom. And info, customer service general. Sales, here we go. Business industry contacts. Sales at customs. All right, that's what I want. Heck yeah, we're going to send an email off to these guys. All right. Okay, compose a new one. And they might not need our slides, and that's okay. But if you don't ask, you'll never know. Interesting. Oh, yep, we just got hit up by another gun shop in New Mexico. Right on. Love it. Zanti, what's going on, man? E&G Guns. I'm not familiar with that one. I will look them up in a second. Okay. Yep, reaching out on behalf of blah, blah, blah. Other slides in the 17.4 category. There we go. All right, sent that off. Copper Custom. Or Copper Custom Armament. Oh, what was that next one? E&G? E&G Guns. In Odessa? Odessa, Texas? Oh, man, that'd be awesome. I need another shooting range. What I need is for the weather to calm the hell down so I can go out to the desert and shoot. That's what I need to happen. Oh. Okay, so I'm looking at E&G Guns, and their website does not have stripped slides, so we might be able to get them some to start. However, they do have... Oh, they have Gray Ghost frames, though. Interesting. Lowers for ARs. Okay. Okay. Don't be wrong. I like the look of Gray Ghost. I really do. The price point is a little rough in comparison to Stiffler. But they do have that name recognition. They've been around a while, so I can't discount them there. And name recognition definitely means something. Implies trust. Of course, Rock Slide's been around for a while. Just saying. Okay, E&G Guns. Let's see if we can reach out and contact. Do they have an email? Or is it just a... Yeah, not every business has their email listed, unfortunately. However, they do have an Instagram, and sometimes that does. And a Facebook. Yeah, the Facebook does have an email, but it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. So we're going to try the contact sheet. We'll see if that works. Okay. Which one was that? ENG? Okay, sent the contact. All right, ENG Guns. Thank you very much, Gerald. Reaching out, reaching out. All right, there we go. We are at almost the 1:30 mark, so that is where I'm going to end things, gentlemen. So I just want to end with, always remember that as Americans, we have the right to our free speech. We have our right to bear arms. And regardless of the political strife going on, whether you stand on one side of the aisle or the other, you and your opponent both have those rights. And we do not get to enact violence or death upon one another just because we disagree. And the ones that are doing that are definitely persons to be abhorred. There's something wrong with them. They have forsaken this bond that we have as Americans, where we have a right to discourse with each other. It is the great experiment of our republic in our right to free speech that we can engage each other in such fashion that other nations have completely abandoned and call offensive or crude or disrespectful. It is not something that we have or should ever abandon. We are allowed to disagree with each other. We are allowed to dislike what each other is said. It's something that is uniquely us, that we can agree and disagree at will, and that there is no threat of prison, there is no threat of violence for having these opinions and voicing these opinions. So embrace that true American ideal of the First and Second Amendment. And so I leave you with that and encourage you to spend time as best you can with your family to prepare for situations that you might not expect, to carry every day, to have the supplies you need every day for events that we all hope will never happen. Because to be prepared, to have your head on a swivel is what truly matters every day when you are trying to protect you and yours. So keep that in mind. Be with your family and loved ones. And as always, stay 2A every day.